And thank you everybody to being on this call. That is Masterclass 1 from the 4 going to work with you, helping to find new clients. Now you have bought the software Lead Finder Jack, but you need to know for maximum results how to use the software, if the business respond, what to tell, how to convert them to get that credit card. Also, we will say what is working for us, and we will show you some practical results. So there's all kind of extra training what you need to become successful with local internet marketing. Okay, so I need to get some feedback from you guys. I want to make this very interactive, so I know where you're at, what you're looking for, and also, I'm interested in your personal situation. So the first question I want to ask is, how many are on the call the first time with me? So for whom I'm new with a strange Dutch accent speaking English. Okay, I got a 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a couple of yeses. So second time. So this is the first for me. So somebody didn't hear that I had an accent, but I do. So so with that said, let me introduce me shortly. I'm a local internet marketer, manage more than 1 million on Google, generate a lot of money for local businesses. If people ask what are you doing, I'm telling short, I'm helping local business make money. I have more than 50 clients. Most I do is Google AdWords. I have a lot of knowledge about conversion with keywords, with ads to the website. So I feel confident that if somebody contact me in businesses, so I can help them. So that grow over time didn't start successful the first year because I had to learn all those things. But once you master them and see results and have a little bit of mathematical brain, you will see what works for you and also for the business. So my wife actually has a local business, so we needed to make it work, and I found out that local internet marketing is the way to generate business also from local marketing. Okay, so we moved to the States. I'm from the Netherlands. We moved to the States. I have 2 children in 2004, and we moved to Washington State. I had a lovely time, and then we moved to Florida in 2009. So that's a nutshell about myself, and let me unmute Fritz, see if he's actually, and see who's next. Okay, this is my business partner. Actually, if something is working, it's because of him, but he's actually very, very good. He has more than 30 years experience in programming, and I have other software products and worked with other coders, and he is just outstanding, very trustworthy. I formed a partnership with him in 2009, 2008, and we always stay together and create new products. And Lead Finder, the idea about Lead Finder, actually I think I developed that in 2010 because I found out the hard way that it is much easier to tap in a marketing budget what exists than to say to the business it is good to start investing in it. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm fishing at businesses who already having money, and one of the questions I would like to ask now is, how many of you guys are after mobile websites, creating mobile websites for a business? Type in a yes or no. Okay, I see a lot of yeses. And this is with Lead Finder Jack, you have the, to my opinion, one of the most powerful tools, okay? Because Lead Finder Jack find out or making the mobile the website mobile. And within Lead Finder Jack, you can filter on those businesses and send them a good converting email. And for example, if you have specialized in certain niche, certain keywords, you send out 50 to 100 emails, you sign up one client per day, you charge them $500, it costs you $100 to create, and your day profit is $400. And once you become good in it, you create each day one website. 20 per month is 20 times 400 net is $8,000. Okay? So what about if they use a certain team? I'm not sure if that was your question, but the answer to that is about 80% of the business don't have a responsive team. And actually, that's a very good question. It took us a lot of effort to detect if it wasn't a responsive team. So eventually we updated the code actually a week before the release, and we are now able, with a pretty high accuracy, it's never 100%, but pretty high accuracy, if that business website has a mobile version. So the emails which you send out are very accurate. So you can target two different groups. One is they spending money on AdWords, they're paying for the clicks, and they don't have a mobile website. Okay, so you scrape them, you see all those businesses who are paying Google, and then you filter on mobile website. I will show you in a little bit how to set the filter, but it's very easy within the software. So I think that strategy really works. Okay, and there's a mobile website mobile email template within the software. So by preference, you want to send out those emails to businesses who are spending money on AdWords, and they really need a mobile website, because more than, I think, 60-70% from the clients find that business via a mobile device. And if they don't have an optimized mobile device website, then they are missing the boat. So that is a strategy what you might consider. Okay, so with that said, this is probably a specific group from the audience, from you. So we covered mobile. What is your service? What would you like to offer? So I got a sense of what you like to learn here. This is not an HTML training. This is just offering your service to a business. There are so many good mobile website creator software around. Once you master them, it's not hard anymore. But those businesses out, they don't have the time and not the knowledge to create a mobile website. So AdWords and mobile, okay, you are on the right address, Mary. Selling a mobile website, we covered that. Pay per call lead generation, yes, we have Fritz on the line and we will cover that for sure. The importance of having a mobile website for companies using PPC. They know, okay? They know that the business owners, they know, only they hadn't time for it. Now it's not new, a mobile website. They just need to get done, and those business owners are busy. So if you offer that service with with a nice example, and you send them to a website which you show what you have done with some proof, then you have a winner. Lead gen, yeah, we cover that. Sell leads first and then other service, okay? Awesome team, thanks Jack. Then how to create individual emails in your email system so I can personalize each other. Yeah, we will cover that with tokens. So that is actually, once we go to the email template section, I'll ask that question again, Catherine. Any other things, so mobile we have, AdWords we have, lead gen we have. Selling Google first page through YouTube video. Yeah, that's a possibility. Facebook, yes. Oh, good that you mentioned that. So within Lead Finder Jack, you can filter on which business has a Facebook link on their website. And if they don't, they are missing the boat also. So we will cover websites a little bit later. So let me turn on Fritz, see if he's available. Fritz, do you hear me?
Yes. So, yes, I do.
Welcome, Fritz. Let me put up your slide so you can introduce yourself. Do you see it, Fritz?
Yes.
So tell a little bit about yourself. I think not all of the members knows you. So some were on the call yesterday, but some were not. So
some were not?
Yeah.
Yes, been doing internet marketing, online marketing for about 7 or 8 years. Got certified in 2006 and started like everyone else, in SEO, moved on to Google Maps, reputation management, and now I do more pay-per-click because it works so well for generating leads for businesses. So once I did that, I've not looked back, and I continue to generate thousands of leads for businesses across the United States, and I concentrate right now in mainly 12 niches, which is part of a product launch a month or two ago called Local Leads Domination, and I tell people which niches to go in, where the money is, how to set a pay-per-click for that niche, and now I have custom themes for all 12 niches in 2 different versions. One version is to get clients, and the other version of the theme is to make the phone ring, which I will show you these examples after a while. So love what I'm doing. It works, and it's a great business to be in. So.
Okay. So with that said, let's go over the agenda for today.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so we're going to cover 4 sessions. That is about Lead Finder Jack, the strategy for it, which help niches to target, the fulfillment, and some results. So if we go over those 4 elements, you are much better trained. Okay, so with that said, today I can go in some Lead Finder Jack questions because I want that you use it to your full extent, of course. We're going to cover a high converting email template, and we do a role play. Okay, and of course we have a question ask session at the end. Okay, so let me go over the keyword. Okay, which keyword to use. Let's see if I have I have to change screen, so that might take some time. Let me get this ready for you guys. Then it's not working as I expected, but let's see if I can get it fixed. And okay, you should see now Google Chrome. Are you guys seeing this? Okay. So with this, Lead Finder Jack is using the Google search to find the clients you want to prospect. Okay, it's doing nothing more than entering keyword here, more or less. You're on the background, but you know, you want to get a feeling about what Lead Finder Jack is doing. It finds the results automatically, what you might be doing manually, but only 100 times, 1000 times faster. Okay, so let's cover a niche tonight. Which niche would you like to cover? Actually, let's do I haven't prepared this search, but I know it's related to what we're going to cover more. Let's do water damage. Okay, I don't know what the results is. Water damage, Boca. Okay. Okay, so that is the keyword. That is, if you create a campaign, you enter the keyword, you enter water damage, and you enter the city. Okay, you will see 3 results on the top. Okay, and 7 results on the sidebar. Those are the AdWords ads. Those companies are spending huge money to get clients. Okay, and they are in high need to so the search, if I have a water damage, I cannot wait. I cannot spend a day, 2 days to get it solved. So I'm very likely to click on any link and see, hey, how is this a company can help me, or do the phone call. Okay. So then the second on the Google search is the Google Places link. Okay, and those are those links, and that you can also search on it, okay, and get the information from. And the third section is the organic. So those are the natural SEO, which you can tell to Lead Finder Jack, go after those businesses and find that information. Does everybody see those 3 sections? Ad, places, and organic. Okay, that's a SERP listing, yes. So what you want to get used to is first do a manual search with a keyword and look at it if you find some results. Okay, what you like, what is related to what you want to get out of it. Okay, then once you have found out what are the keywords related to your niche, you're going to Lead Finder, and let me do it now. Share the screen again, switch the screen again, and then you see, and I don't know if I have water damage here. I don't have. So let me create a new one, water damage, and then add the keyword water damage, and I click on add. So now the keyword is added, and let's do in our location, Boca Raton. Add location, and you want to use your country, United States. Okay, and then press save. That is all what you need to do, and you can add multiple keywords. Okay, so with that, that is the setup. The next thing you can do is going to search and now you have those options: ads, places, organic. Does everybody see this? Ads, places, and organic. So we covered those sections, okay? We covered those sections, okay? And then let me 1 second. I have to, somebody tries to call me but didn't know that I'm in a webinar. So what you want to do is you start a search here, and then with that on the background is going to use Google to find those businesses. You have those positions: ads, places, and organic, and depending what you select, those businesses get found. Does everybody get the search section? Okay, so that is pretty straightforward. And in the meantime, search, what is search database? Actually, there is something like impression share, and that means not always all the ads are showing by Google, but you want to update the information. So it already used the URL. For looking up the information. So even if it's not found via ads, it's like a fourth checkbox here, database. So use those URLs already found in the database. I know it's a little bit confusing, and we're going to change the verbs on it. Does it do all three automatically? If you select all the three checkboxes, it will do all the three one. Which should we use? It's a little depending on your service, what you want to offer. If you do mobile websites, you can, for example, target only with people who have a marketing budget, do the ads. But if you are in a smaller city, you might not get enough results, so you want maybe also check places. And if you do, for example, if you do SEO, for example, okay, then it's good to target only the ads and say, hey, I know you're bidding on this keyword, but you're not ranking in organic, so I know that keyword for you is important. Let me help you to rank it on the first page. Okay, so you have to think a little bit through it. You can add multiple locations, but you have to understand that it adds a lot of searching time. So you might want to consider to name those campaigns by city. So you go in a certain niche and you add that in a city, and then you clone that campaign, copy that campaign, and then for another city. So you can clone a campaign, and then you name it another city. So you keep your area targeted, okay? There is one, Google has updated the first page. The Google Places are not shown as they used to be. So we're going to update Lead Finder Jack. You will see that several times. Google's changing the layout, and we have to follow Google. Okay, so it just happened last week in our area, and some area is still not done. So that is why we created the software in a way that the updating happens very smoothly. It downloads the update, and it just asks you to confirm to install it. Okay, so any other questions about Lead Finder Jack, or shall we jump to Fritz? Let's first jump to Fritz, and at the end there is always a question and ask section. what we did actually last night, we updated all the tutorials, okay? All the tutorials are new. So if you have gone to them, go one more time to them. And in the next version, we will have a Friegesa's question section and a help section. So with the Friegesa's question, so somebody here asked on this webinar, what was the question? What I see, what I get multiple times. I could not get the export function. Okay, so the export function, what is here in the campaign? Here, we will improve that functionality. So it create now five files, and we will combine them to one file. Okay, so please on the right hand side there are all those filters, and we will cover them in a later on. But I want to use Fritz time well. So let's go back to Fritz and to the presentation.
Yes, sir.
1 second. And let me change the screen to the presentation, because there's one important thing we need to cover, Fritz. What is on the high converting email template. Okay, so actually Fritz is a master to get new leads. Okay, so he came up with a very simple email template which we can discuss. Fritz, maybe you can, do you see your email template?
Yes, I do.
So maybe you can go over it and tell why it worked that well.
Well, the psychology behind most of sales is people respond to incentives, and that not only includes your clients, but your employees, your children, everybody. So in other words, people will work harder and respond if they feel they're getting a great deal. So that's what this is. This is a great deal that's almost too good to not take them up on it. And it's direct to the point. It tells them that if they want new clients or new patients, we can produce that. It gives them a guarantee. It has scarcity, 1 per city. It has some graphics up here that look professional. You personalize it with your picture. It's got an easy phone number to read and call. No strings attached. And again, scarcity. If you want to lock in your city and keep your competitors out, do it now. And then proof of 40 to 50 to 60 calls in a month from a couple clients. So this is an incentive. They can't buy from this email. This is the body of the email. The email can come from your personal email, which is always better than a business email, Gmail or otherwise. And then the subject line will be directed to exactly what they're looking for. And they want new customers. So in this case, the subject line would be locksmith needed. And it's true that you do need a locksmith, because you have the knowledge to provide phone calls to them. So they click on the link, it goes to your landing page, which is a client getting landing page, and if they like what they see, they fill a form out or they call you to get started. So this same layout can be used for almost any niche, unless you're you want to contact them for something else specific like reputation management or SEO or just general marketing. But this is just straightforward. Do you need new customers? We can do it. And if you get a good email list, which the best ones that I've been using are scraped emails. I bought lists of emails and they don't seem to work very well. So scraped emails, if they're scraped from a recent search like Jack's are, that's as good as you can get. Those emails are pretty darn good, and you'll get a good response. Sometimes you'll get 40-50% open rate, and maybe 7 to 10% people will fill out a form, and that's very, very high. If you go to a niche and that email is addressed particularly to the owner's email, if you go to a company email, your success rate goes way down. So this is based on everything I just told you, and you have to use an autoresponder system that allows you to upload scraped emails, and most of them don't. There's a couple that do, and the one I use is called leadoutcome.com. It's a great company. They don't charge much. You can upload scraped emails as long as it's targeted emails or emails are good and solid. You're not going to get hardly any spam complaints at all. I have no spam complaints. Of course, I have opt-outs, but everybody gets those. So that's really what it is. It's real simple. If you're looking and you have the capability of producing phone calls for a client, and that's the fulfillment part.
So let me. I think I forgot to introduce what we are after. So Fritz and I doing a lot of lead generation for that clients are getting phone calls, and we want to sign up those businesses to pay for those phone calls, either a fixed amount per month for each phone call, and this email template, what you see on the screen, the format of it has worked really well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that template in the members area, so you have all the time to study on it. And I got one great question. Which subject line are you using, Fritz? Is that something I missed in the to present, or
This subject line was locksmith needed.
just locksmith needed?
That's it.
And for another niche like water damage?
Restoration needed, water damage, person needed, fire damage, person
okay,
needed.
so I got the point.
Yeah.
The business owner don't see the body. They only see the subject line. That will determine if they open the email. So that business owner wants to sell their service. And with that word needed, he's thinking a little bit, hey, somebody needs my service. And so they open the email and they see, hey, I can help you with getting customers, with ringing the phone call, and here's my proof. And then in the email, you're going to provide a link to a website which they can check out more about you and request information to contact you. So that is how it works, Fritz, correct?
Correct.
So and I got another question. That word exclusive, yes, that is important to get them converted. Depending on the niche, if they can handle all the calls. And then I got another question. How can you guarantee 40 calls per month? And that is what we're going to cover in next master training section, and we are able to do that. And when you follow our training, you are also able to do that.
That's true.
So with that said, I think I got a lot of questions answered. So within this email, we send them to a website. Can you put a link in the chat box, Fritz, so I can show a website where you send them to?
Yeah. Hold on.
And then see if in the meantime.
Let me see. So it would be a client getting website. Okay.
So the export function we will improve in the common releases. What are the social account drop downs in the right hand side? So the social drop down box on the right hand side on Lead Finder Jack is you can check if those social links are present on the company website. And if they are not present, you can filter on it. Let's say you want to offer Facebook as service to that business, because I think by now Facebook is so well known. Everybody knows this important element for your business. If that is what you like to offer, you're going to filter on Facebook No. And then you send your social service to that business, and then they are likely to work with you because they understand that's what they are missing on. How do you know if your search is going to tell you if a mobile website is present? You don't know in front, but the software detect if the website has a mobile version or not, so Lead Finder Jack is able to check that out for you, and you can filter on yes or no. Fritz, do you have the link? Okay, I see.
Yeah, click on the first one, the restoration marketing one.
Okay, let's see. Okay, you put two links in it, okay?
Yeah, the second one is the phone call getting one.
Okay, 1 second. I have to get that, and it's always a problem for me. Okay, let's see if I...
Can you come down there and take a screenshot of this?
Let's copy that link and copy that other link too before it's out of my reach.
Yeah. I got to step away for about 3 minutes, Jack. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, so I will.
Yeah, go over these.
Yeah. So let me change the screen now. So in the email, we're going to send them to a website which you build up the trust that the client is going to contact you. Oh, this is not working yet, but maybe it will now. HTTP restoration marketing.net. I don't know what's going on. See if I can get that fixed. I don't think that is Fritz website. Let's see. Okay, this is Fritz website. So Fritz is sending an email out which has a high click-through rate and high open rate, and sending in that email he put a link, and those are for getting new clients, because Lead Finder Jack, you can send a targeted email and they might respond, but we found out if you put a website link where you offer your service, the response success is much higher. So we created, Fritz is using it, and we created those websites where we show an image and we show a fill out form. Then we have the title. Tell me which phone number I should send you 3 free restoration marketing clients to. So Jack, how do we get the 12 templates for prospecting and lead gen? I can speak with Fritz if we can offer them next time, so that we can put a link and buy link in it, but they are belonging to Fritz. So to make this work, we need to buy Fritz local leads domination product, right? Yeah, you don't need to buy his whole product. I think either you create your own website which you send to, but I want you to understand the logic what we are doing, and if you want to make it have it very easy, you can buy buy those templates and sites, so they are all proven to work.
Okay, I'm back.
So thanks, Fritz, for coming back. So I'm showing now your restoration marketing website, which has that image and that fill out form, okay? And it shows that water bell with 24/7. It shows those local and Jalap where you are present, and then the phone number. But most business owners, they fill out the form, okay?
Right.
And with that filling out those form, you get an email. And now, once you get that email, it's easy for you to make the phone call and convert them. Yeah, George, let me first finish this with Fritz, and then I go specific in your question. So, Fritz, is there something more that you want to say about this website?
No, it's just basic that I use for all niches. This form here comes from Lead Outcome, and it's tracked. You know, when they fill that form out, that person is tracked pretty much forever, and you set them up in an autoresponder series, and that's a whole another discussion. The sequence of emails that you send out to these leads to get them to convert. There's a very specific sequence of emails to get them to convert. If they don't fill the form out, if they do fill the form out and they don't start, you still need the email sequence to follow up, because they may not sign up right away, but they may a month from now. So the important thing is to get the lead, see who's interested, and then follow up with the sales funnel with them, and filter out the bad ones and keep the good ones. Okay, so any question about this website? So we covered the email template, we covered now the website. Any question about this? So we can move on to the next step, that is actually the role play. How do we integrate this all together? That is actually, you just create that email template, you will create a website that is related to your niche. You want to use the same format, you know, an image and a fill out form with an attracting logo on it, and then send out those
emails to the niche you target.
There's the URL of our, sales page there too, in case anybody wants to get the basic training or the the template. The template is in the silver niches, 12 niches, or the monthly, and the basic goes over everything else. The second one is the template we set up to make the phone ring. So that next URL is part of the fulfillment.
I will put the URLs in the master training resources, so you always have access to it. Is there a piece of software that makes the whole phone lead system more efficient? Been getting a lot of emails from Brian Anderson about the program called yes, actually that is Lead Tracker Jack. That's my second software product what I use and developed and have more than 1,000 members. So that link is also in the members area. What URLs? I'm not sure. John, we will put those all in the resources, so you have always those available to you. Fritz, I purchased the Silver Platinum upgrade and I'm unable to download the 12 website. So send them a support ticket or send me a support ticket and I will forward to Fritz. But
yes,
if you are in the members area, there is a link for support, so Fritz will respond to you. Can you explain what Lead Tracker Jack does? I can. It's like it tracks the calls. You can also track the emails, and you can have your business, your client, paying for each call and email. It does the invoicing automatically and also the payment. So it's an all-inclusive lead tracker system. So if you want to get more information, I can go over in a later stage. Today I want not to promote it yet, but Lead Tracker Jack is just another product. It's not an so Lead Tracker Jack is doing the fulfillment. Once you have signed up a client, you want to generate those calls. You want to get paid for those calls. Lead Finder. So Lead Finder Jack, you get a client. Lead Tracker Jack, you do the fulfillment of counting the calls, the emails, the invoicing, the payments. Okay? Good. One-time payment for Lead Tracker Jack. Yes, to set it up, but you pay, of course, for the minutes and the phone calls. Good info from email template to be combined with client getting website in one URL. Email template be combined with the client getting website in one URL. You have good info from email template be combined with client getting website on one URL. I'm not sure if I understand this, but in the email template you show what your service is, and you put an URL in the email template to this website where the business can find out more information about your proof and submit the form. And now they are contacting you, and let's assume somebody from water damage company has contacting you. Okay. Now Fritz got that email, and I'm that water damage company. So Fritz is started to call me about and trying to convert me to to be that he's my client. Okay. So Fritz, let's do the start the role play.
Okay.
So you calling me because I have submitted the form and I'm a water damage company.
Yes. And okay. Hello. Is Jack there? I'm calling Jack from Local Leads Domination. He filled out a form.
Yeah, speaking
is this
with
you, Jack?
Yes. How are you?
Hey, great, Jack. This is Fritz. Thanks for filling the form out. I know it took some time, but I think you're going to be real happy with the results. We specialize in producing phone calls for restoration companies nationwide, and more specifically, water damage more than fire damage or mold. You may do all three services. I assume that you do water damage. Is that correct, Jack?
Yes, that is the service we provide.
Great, because I've had tremendous success with making the phone ring of clients just like you around the United States. As a matter of fact, I had a client in 6 cities in the Midwest, and he wanted to build his business and expand very rapidly. So we were able to get him #1 in Google Maps and #1 on pay-per-click. And between those two positions, he was bringing in around $15,000 a month in income.
Wow.
About 3/4 of it was from pay-per-click, and only about 1/4 of it was from Google Maps. But those leads produced that much income, and he didn't get a lot of calls. He only got 5 or 6 calls, but your leads, I happen to know, are paid by insurance, and you make a good sales point, a good sales amount on those. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that's great. It really works for your business, because when a person has a flooded basement or a broken water heater, they're not really that worried about who does the job. It's the first one there gets the business. We are always going to be at the top of the search page, which means that you will get the calls over your competitors. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, but I'm a little bit confused, you know. I like to get those calls, but I get about every week somebody offering the service about SEO, and they offer me the top on the page, but how do I get those calls? How do I know it works?
Well, you don't really know it works, and that's why we're going to give you a couple calls at no charge, so you know what we're doing. And we'll also show you when the campaign starts of the ad and where it's located. So you only have to pay us if you get a call. But if you do get a call, we expect to be paid, and knowing what your price point is, the cost is going to be somewheres around $75 to $100 for a good call. Does that sound okay to you?
Yep. As long as I get clients for that money, then I'm okay.
And we don't charge you for competitor calls or advertising calls. You know, those are on us. But if you get a good qualified call that's a water damage call, we expect to get paid. Now, if you don't answer the phone, you still have to pay us. And if you don't take the job, we still expect for you to pay us at least 50%, because that's only fair. So if that's okay with you, I'm going to send you over just a real simple agreement that says we're going to start a campaign, we're going to get you calls, and when those calls come in and they're valid, that you will pay us by your credit card. That's all we ask. There's no upfront money. We'll do the rest. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Fantastic. Me or my assistant, and we'll get back to you once we have everything in place and when the campaign's going to start. So all you have to do is answer the phone and render the service. So we're going to end up as your partner, because if you make more money, we make more money. And that's as fair as I can be. Sound good to you?
That sounds good.
Okay, so let's get started. Look for our email in the agreement. Have a great day.
Okay, thanks, Fritz. So
That's it.
this was a role play to get a client. I tried to find out if but on the responsive. So please type in a chat box. Did you like it? Do you want to see more role plays? Do you think you are able to convert a client to get that credit card? I see a lot of positive feedbacks. So, any question about that role play? Did you learn? Yes, more please. Who did not like it? That's good, okay. How do we generate the leads? Okay, how do we generate the fulfillment? So there are three parts of it. One is sending the email. Second part is you want to direct them within the email to a website where they fill out the form. So now they fill out the form and you got an email from that company. So that cold calling is warmed up. They're expecting you to contact them. Now you contact them and you're going to say, I want to work with you, but you need to be prepared, okay? And you need to pick up the phone. So you're putting requirements back to them. And that is the trick on it. Once you put requirements back to them, they say, okay, I'm going to generate some free calls for you. And then once you get those free calls, I'm expecting you to pay for it.
You could go ahead and show them the other URL there that
Okay.
shows them the client getting one.
See if I dropped it somewhere here. See where I have that. Okay, I found it. See if the link works this time. Okay, so now, okay, this email, this website where you sign up is for sending the client a form. Then once you have signed up that client, you send the traffic to a website. And see how simple those websites are. They just have a video or an image in the header and they call us, and they have a nice logo, and you see the proof, the social proof, and the website. They can have a map and small text. They don't need to be fancy. It's about being specific, because those niches where we go after those customers, they are in high need. Okay, so they don't have time. They just want to make that phone call to ask for the service.
Yep, it's your job is to say, call me now, call us, we're on our way. That's really the most important call to action. They want to know that you're going to be the first one there.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I will drop in the resources. I will put a link up. Those are Fritz websites, so I cannot give them away. But first, I want you to understand the system. Okay, email template, sending to the website, to signing up the client, get the client's credit card after a couple of phone calls, and then once you do the fulfillment. About the fulfillment, we will do much more training in the next webinar. Do we need to buy a unique domain name? For the client getting, you need only one domain name. For the fulfillment, you want the city name in the domain name. Have you some register tool? I don't know what. I'm not sure what that means. So that is what I wanted to cover today with Fritz about email template, sending to website to sign up the client, and which website we use to do the fulfillment. Once you do the fulfillment, you want to set up a tracking number, and in Lead Tracker Jack you can easily set up those phone tracking numbers. So to do some more question and answer about Lead Finder Jack, but no, Fritz doesn't do the organic anymore. He uses Google AdWords, and we will cover that next training. Where did you get the video for your template?
I'm in the process of having custom videos made for all 12 niches.
So if you get those websites from Fritz, they will include a high converting video.
Right, they're not all done yet. It's the last thing I have to add to all 12 niches. And
will we discuss any PPC strategies? Yes, we will in the next masterclass. Okay, I will train you pretty well. So, any questions about for Fritz? How do you determine calls from phone calls are and not competitor? Every website has a unique phone number, okay? And a visitor is calling them, and you can listen to the replays. If for somebody is cheating on this false, you can blacklist that number. This is part of the websites are from local leads domination, but the strategy, I want you to understand the strategy. Okay. And in the resources, Fritz, are sites the OTO and how much is it? It's all the 12 sites together with the niches. Fritz, is that what is the deal at the moment?
It's 97 just for the Excel sheet, and all the the done for you are not quite ready yet, and I'm not sure the price of those. I'm waiting to get the videos in all of them, and then I'm going to release them in a week or so, but I'm not sure of the price. So all done except for the videos.
So Fritz's product is the 12 niches, the keywords, the training what comes with pay-per-call, and also all the WordPress sites for each niche. So it's very easy for you to implement it. But first I want you to understand what the system is, what we are using to get a client and to do the fulfillment. This is part of the fulfillment. Would you do this for multiple companies with the same niche? Yes, that's yes. And within the same city, it might. If you do, for example, certain niches, if they cannot answer all the phone calls, you want to sign up more companies. But otherwise, you want to do one company in each city.
Jack, I think maybe next week we should go over how I upload all these scraped leads from your software into Lead Outcome to show people how you upload them and then send them out. Because a lot of people don't even know you can upload scraped emails and send them out. It's because most autoresponder companies will not allow that. So it's hard to find one that you can actually do that with. So and that's really the key. You got to you got to send those emails out to somebody, you know. So, and so we could go over that at some point and
Okay,
know
so
how to do that.
I'm gonna apologize. If you converted, do you only wait for someone to call you, or do you follow up emails with a call? So both are fine, okay? So there are strategies where you send out emails like an autoresponder email and you wait if they respond. If you are not afraid to do the phone calls, that's a good idea. You know, send out an email,
Yes.
and after 2-3 days you follow up with a phone call, and you can always refer to that email.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm going to develop the series of emails for these two. I haven't had to do it, but that's something that would be nice for each niche. The follow-up emails for people that don't fill the form out. But anyway, I'm going to have to run, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay, Fritz. I value your time, and see you next week.
Good luck, everybody. Just go out and keep at it and sell some leads.
Yeah.
Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, Fritz. So with that said, let's cover some Lead Finder Jack questions. So let me change the screen. Everybody see now Lead Finder Jack again? Okay. So please put your question back in if I haven't answered it. So I want to come back what Fritz and I are teaching you. We teach you a strategy, how you can get with Lead Finder Jack, you get those responses, but you need to able to get that client paying you. Either you create your own website and you make a phone call, and what we are showing you, what we are using, those role plays are based on real experience. You can take those to train yourself. Lead Finder Jack is actually an autoresponder. So if you go to emails, you can create different email templates. You go to campaigns, go to modify, and you can say, I want email number 1 today, and email number 1 and email number 2 I want to send out, let's say, in 4 days. And once you press save, those emails get sent accordingly. Does Lead Outcome do a better job than Lead Tracker Jack? If you send out mass emails, not 100 per day, but maybe 500 a day, you know, then you might want to think about something like Lead Outcome. I tried to put a short list of 20 restaurant names in my city and keywords and did not get more than... Yes, and that is because Google changed the first page, and they show the restaurants, for example, on another way than they used to be. So we are updating the software. 100 a day, 1 client per day. Who needs more? And I agree with you, John. I received a message from Google to make sure I was not a real person. Yes, change the program. I sent you an email earlier. Yes, so what you want to do is settings. You can increase those time, so it will search on a slower pace. But Google will once in a while will show you a message, say, are you still a real person? And you have to press OK or cancel the screen. Any other questions? Can you have more than 1 email to send out from? Not yet, but this is asked multiple times, so probably we will implement that in the future. I have been getting some bad responses with mobile. Okay, what do you mean with getting bad responses? It means no response, or what do you mean with bad response? And you use Lead Finder Jack? To determine if the site is mobile or has a mobile version. And which version did you use? The latest, the current version is 1.137, because we just uploaded a couple of days ago. And we every time when a user says, hey, this is the determination of Google AdWords, I just upgraded an hour ago, so I was using the old one. Yeah, so it has been improved because we got some feedback, we found the problem, and we improved it already. How many leads from company primary keyword is a minimum count for good niche and prospect? For instance, 120 keyword searches per month or 52. Actually, you do not need so many keywords. Just make sure that you use the right keywords, and you probably want to send out about 100 emails per day. What's a good size for logo? The logo size needs to be the same size as you want to show in the email. How do we delete an unwanted search result? That is coming in the next release. Are updates automatically sent and installed? Yes, automatic updates are automatically downloaded, and Lead Finder Jack will ask to confirm you that you are allowed to do the updates. We really just need the search phrase correct, but you want to also with the city a little bit specific, otherwise you get so many results from other cities. Recommended the best way to determine the best keyword? Yeah, go do it manually first, check it in Google search and get some feeling for it, and once you see, okay, I see results which I wanted to see, use the same keyword and city in Lead Finder Jack. So AC repair broken run is a good phrase, yes. And if you are after Google Places, you want to use keywords where Google shows the places listing. I was able to delete unwanted search results. Okay, yes, and in the next release you're also able to delete that whole campaign. Or just a city selection. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, here, yeah. So if you go to modify, let's use no location. I wouldn't do it. Then it's only use the keyword. Any other questions? So let's go to the members area. See if I can change screen again. 1 second, please. So does everybody have access to the members area? There's a tab Masterclass where we will show the replays and all the information. There are pretty good bonuses in it, okay? I highly recommend to watch those training videos. They are actually very good. That on itself is value your money big times. So you want to look at the Google AdWords training video. You want to look at the role play with Fritz about a locksmith client, okay? And that header is wrong, but there's a towing client role play, and today we did a water damage, so we will add that role play too. Then there's a PDF inside which is written about which keywords to use. Then there's a call with Brian Anderson about using Craigslist. And then now we are in session number 1 about the masterclass. Okay. Yes, those you see session 1 here. The video will be posted after the webinar, and here. So those will be, everything is here in the under the masterclass, and only your guys have access to it. So make sure you have access to it. If you don't, send me a support ticket with your PayPal transaction or your JVZoo email address so I can check it, but you should have access to it. In the resources, we will show where you can get those things where we discussed today. Okay, so if you want to check out those are in the resources. I haven't been active in Facebook, but I will once things slows down. So I first need to cover all the support tickets and those training webinars, and then I'm going to be active in Facebook. Thanks, Philip. I appreciate it. Jack, you have been done a great job of providing exceptional value for your product and expertise. Thanks, Philip. Any questions I didn't cover? I'm sure I didn't answer all. I did my best. So there's always support ticket, support at, let me put it in the chat box, at lead finder, support at leadfinderjack.com. I try to answer all the emails within 24 hours, but you guys understand, sometimes I get so many support tickets about the same issue. So I do not mean number of keywords, but for instance, keyword is what to them is how many local Google searches per month in a city for a valuable prospect. Could 100 per month search generate 5 to 10 leads better for that company? How many local Google searches per month in a city, in the city for a valuable prospect? Could do you mean the other way around, the fulfillment, George? Are you speaking about the fulfillment or to sign up the client? The fulfillment we will cover next time, if that is your question. What did Fritz mean in his email by 1 client per city? Okay, so business owners, they don't like competition, okay? And if you tell the business owner, I can generate the calls for you, and I only will do it for you in your city and for nobody else, they are much likely to use your service. Okay, when Google Keywords tool goes away, what do you suggest to determine volume and cost per click of my keywords? We'll see. It's I think they still show volume, so not sure how to answer that at the moment. I think there are other places to see the volume, and there are also paid servers for that. Looking for the clients to get leads from the AdWords campaign. Okay, in the city, many local search is only 1 or 2. Is that enough volume? If you have if there's, it depends a little bit on the competition, but I feel there is not a lot. If you have 10% of click-through rate, so you get 10 clicks, and if you have a good website, you get 5 to 10 calls from that. How do we do round robin and still claim to be exclusive? Round robin is another way to sign up clients, okay? So once you say, okay, I'm going to work with you, and those calls will be unique to you, then you stop sending the calls to that other business. But in the prospecting phase, you can still sending those to the same company. The only one say, hey, I'm sending the 5 phone calls to you and to your competitor. Do you want to keep receiving them, or do you want the competition get them? First come, first serve, yes. And if you if they are willing to pay you the money you're asking for, then you ask the credit card. Don't be afraid to ask the credit card, okay? If you have to close the deal, and of course you have to build up some trust, but you don't want to be afraid to ask the credit card, because at the bottom line you want to get paid, okay? So once you say, okay, I'm willing to work with you and generate 3 calls, but then you need to start paying me, for example. So don't be afraid to close the deal. To take the credit card, I just ask the number, okay? I don't wait that they send it by email or whatever. I take the number, and I charge them pretty quickly to make sure that credit card is valued. I don't wait that I have better results if I ask it right over the phone, what is your credit card? If they say, okay, I like to use your service, okay, let's get starting. What's your credit card number? Close that deal. I know you might not used to it, but it works for me pretty good. And I always say you can cancel all the time, but they don't want to cancel because they get all those customers calling them. And that is what we will cover in the fulfillment part. So with that said, we are 90 minutes on the call. I really appreciate your time. Some are in other time zones, you know, and it's getting ugly. So I really appreciate your time. Stan, as great webinar as usual. So I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to see you next week. I'm in process to get a new GoToWebinar account. So I share this account with Lisa Allen, which I really value that she's willing to do that the last couple of months. But my business is growing fast, and I need to get a new GoToWebinar account. So probably I will send out a new link to you guys and use that link to join the webinar. And and once I have set up that account, it also will be available in the masterclass. So it might be a little bit confusing in the transaction period, but there's nothing what we can do on that. So hopefully you accept my apologies for that. And with that, let me ask one more thing so I can work on the next webinar. Which topic would you really like that the next webinar covers to make you successful? Which topic would you like me to cover in the next webinar so you become successful? fulfillment. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Niches for mobile website rather than calls. Okay, PPC. Yes, PPC and AdWords will be. That is no problem for me. So that is very easy. I can do that day and night. The bonus webinar is rather good, but we can do more if you want. How to effectively use these in one niche from start to finish. Okay, there's something like a training video. AdWords services. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Costing out the AdWords campaign. How much will it cost me to create lead? Okay, yes. So we will cover that. Okay, I appreciate those inputs. If you have some other topics, send me an email and I will see how I can fit it in, because bottom line, I want to provide value. So with that said, I really appreciate your time, and I will post the replay in the masterclass section. And also please watch those bonus webinars. You might not use it that those bonuses are good, but those are really good. Okay, thank you so much.